Ba ba da da. Good evening, humans and peoples and things that are watching. If you're a puppy and kitty, hi.
Hi.
Now, this is Nom Talk Live, where it's a talk with noms about noms while nomming with friends. I
That
messed that up, but it's okay.
sounds about right.
It's okay. It's okay, I guess. I am your host, Stephanie, and if you haven't noticed, the Instagram handle has changed. It's Nom Talk's Instagram handle. So I might as well remind you guys we have Instagram. It's not my personal one. It's just for us all. So if you ever have any food that you want to share with us, and you may possibly want it
Facebook.
on our Instagram, pew pew pew, send it to us. Either here or on our Facebook or on the emails or you know what, don't worry about it. Anyways, let's say hi to friend. Let's say hello to friend. Hello to
Hello,
friend.
friend.
Hello friend. This is
Hello, friend.
hello friend. This is Raven.
Hello, it's Raven, aka Dame Red Bento, DameRedBento. Yeah,
Oh
welcome to
yeah.
it.
That
I'm
was
on,
so fun.
right? I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitch. Sometimes I'm doing food or art. A lot of times now I am actually doing educational fish tank stuff. So, yay!
Oh yeah, and y'all, you need to follow her on TikTok because them fishies, and her Twitch also, or your Twitch and the Raven's Twitch and the Dame
Love
Red Bento
you.
Twitch, because it's just a lot of fun. Like it's not up and running yet, but you're
Mhm.
planning to come
Yes,
back.
I've put out a couple of test streams. I'm working out all the little bugs and whatnot, and working on getting a full setup so that you guys will be able to see the multi tanks that I'm going to have. So like the fry tanks, the betas, the static tanks,
That's exciting.
sourdough CO2 infuser.
Okay, I've been watching your entire process and it blows my mind because I'm just like, wait, you can do that? Like
Hmm.
it's like MacGyvering something. It's so cool.
Well, because originally you can the like gelatin to kind of help stabilize, and I went, well, why can't I do that with sourdough bread? So do a sourdough starter, get the CO2 that I need, but also be able to have really nice homemade bread afterwards. I'm just saying. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
I dig it and I love it. So thank you for coming back. Raven is the regular at this point. You are the regular. You are the crown of culinary. You do all
Mhm.
the things and it's amazing. So let's also check in comments. Q in the house. Bwah, bwah, bwah.
Hey.
Hi. But yeah, as you can see from my bodaciously radical background, it is a throwback day.
Oh,
And it was
it's so Babysitters Club. That's what it suddenly reminded me of. I'm like, it's like that Babysitters Club. Yeah.
hi, it me. I think I broke
I
Raven.
can't.
but, but anyways, so the stream is a little different from our well, not really very different from the regular programming because it's still me and Raven.
Mhm.
We're still talking about food. We're just not talking about a specific type. We're just talking about decades of food and just I would say
Nostalgia.
yes, the nostalgia, as I believe you mentioned it before.
I'm back.
Yes. Oh,
I
okay.
swear, yeah. Don't worry, just, I guess sort of proceed on. I don't know why. Why? Uh,
No, everybody should be going back to work. Leave the internet alone.
right?
Yes. No, I was saying you called it nostalgic.
Yes.
Brilliant.
I love. Well, it was the thing that you're like, it's Nom Talks. There's gonna be nostalgia, and I misspoke. I was like, oh, it's gonna be like nostalgic. No, nostalgic is exactly what I did mean, I guess.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. But yes, it's nostalgic foods that we're going to be talking about. Like we'll reminisce on food from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s because that's by the time we hit the 2000s, we're peaking. We're peaking at a point of a different generation, a different type of food. But I'm still,
Exactly.
I was like 10. It's not that bad. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and start with the food that we have made today, because I remember I googled a bunch of things that were like popular in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and I narrowed it down to things that could have seemed a little more realistic and a little more weird. So, Raven, tell us what you made.
I made poke cake, and I misunderstood when I first read it because I thought it was poke, like poke bowl. I thought it was poke cake, and no, it turns out it was not a sushi cake. It was a cake that had 2 different colors. So, and then I thought they swirled it. Oh no, they poured liquid Jello, liquid freaking Jello over the cake. So I've got damp cake. It's not just moist. It's damp. It's damp.
Well, now we know why it was only a trend and for such a little amount of time.
Oh my god, no, you're dead. You're dead right. I think I laughed so hard I fell off the internet right there.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's true. Like, this was an awful trend. This is like putting salad in Jello. Like, why? Just why? I mean, yeah, it tastes okay, but oh no.
Oh no! I was like, that must have been so cute. Like, I was looking at it like, oh my god, I could totally make this like a super fun thing. But you mentioned how it got soggy. I'm like, oh no.
Well, because you have to pour it on while it's still a liquid, more or less. So otherwise it's just chunky.
Oh,
But yeah.
Yeah.
It did not work. It did not work out well. I think it would have worked better if they had asked me to just bake it. I don't know.
Oh no! What is it? Q, he said, in speaking of memory of my childhood, my grandmother's banana cream pudding for Christmas. Oh my god, it was so good. Yes, I love banana cream.
Yeah, like a good banana cream pudding is just amazing. Oh.
Nom, nom, nom.
Now did she do it with vanilla wafers or no? That I want to know. Like, vanilla wafers and banana pudding is like the bomb. Like,
oh my gosh. Yes. Oh god. Now I want to go get that. But as you can see in this image over here, sorry, my background messes me up. First it was the wrong angle, now it's just a background. But this is the poke cake. If I move frantically enough, you should still see my hands.
yes, that's
the poke.
Yeah,
the pokey.
The poke cake. Yeah, poke cake, whatever you want to call it.
It ain't poke. Okay.
Wet cake. It's wet cake. Yes.
Q says yes. Oh yes. So yes, the wafers. But it's just so good. It's
right.
So good.
Right.
And then also another staple, which you decide to take upon yourself, is dinner. Now, what is this?
In memory of so many 1980s, 1990s TV dinners. So I did macaroni and cheese with cajito cheese sprinkled over the top. And I did Guatemalan sausages, just ever so gently pan fried, along with like mac and cheese with hot dogs in it. And I'm like, let's zhuzh that up just a little. But yeah, I'm like, I remember that. That was my nostalgic childhood dish. So
you just took it to another level. Like, this is like what you made as saying it's a childhood memory. You enhanced it into now it is a childhood adult memory.
Oh, so yeah. Good. Oh man, that's good.
Oh my god.
Like peppers, a little bit salty, like beautiful Mexican flavors, or Latin flavors, I should say, with of course your classic mac and cheese. And like, yeah, this reminds me straight up of like the TV dinners that you got way back in the day.
Sorry, I muted myself, so Raven was the only person to hear me. Anyways, I'm going crazy because I lack certain foods today, and she yelled at me already, so I've already had enough yelling. I've got crackers. It's only okay, so the reason why is
you
because
kill me.
I forgot to make something other than this thing. what did I say it was? It was a chocolate lasagna is what people called it. But I started Googling this, and god damn
Mhm.
it, it's a
Don't worry, you're fine.
Mississippi mud pie. That's
Oh, yes.
so I'm like,
Ooh.
oh, I ended up making a mud pie anyways. And it's funny because Alex was like, "You're making a." Like, I was just like, Google. I told him what I found out, and he's like, I love that stuff. It's my
Oh,
childhood. And I couldn't find chocolate chips and I didn't want to break
oh.
the fondue chocolate. So I
Ooh.
just got pecans and I just kind of drizzled them. And he's like, pecans are also a staple in the South and I love it so much.
Oh,
And
heck
I'm
yeah.
like, well, look at you getting exactly what you want by accident.
Good Mississippi mud. Mississippi
Gosh.
mud is such a good. Mm, mm.
It just gets
I,
really droopy really quick.
oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah. No. I mean, it's there's so much whipped stuff in there. I mean, it's. Oh, what's it? It's almost like a satin cake or a satin pie, I should say, a chocolate satin pie.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, just a bunch of whipped stuff, and if it gets it all warm, it just goes completely flat. But it tastes so good.
Oh my god.
Love it.
Can you put it back in the freezer?
Where is it at?
Over by the microwave. It's not me unless I make a boo boo somewhere. That sounds so bad.
My God, I love it.
But,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, because when I was a kid, back in the 90s, I'm sorry, people. I know the demographic's not my age. But, like, when I was a youth, this was a popular thing. Like, instead of buying
Mm-hmm.
birthday cakes, people would have, like, little, we would call it, like, dirt mud pies. Where there'd be,
Oh,
like,
yep.
you crumble the thing on top and you put little gummy worms in it.
Yes. Yes, I remember those. Oh
That
my
was
God.
good.
Yeah, it was like you'd put like a little bit of like green frosting on like grass and then some crushed up chocolate wafers and that was your dirt and you'd have the little squigglies coming out. Oh my God. I
Exactly.
remember those. Holy
Mm.
crap. Oh, we had some interesting nostalgic foods. I mean, I think we started the trend of ice cream cakes or cakes that you could, cakes and pies that you could eat from the freezer.
Oh my god.
Like, hello,
Yes.
grasshopper pie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That,
Oh, that was
oh,
my favorite.
ooh, I did not know that there was alcohol in that.
What?
I,
What?
I didn't know the first couple times I ate it. I'm just like, wow, that mint is really strong. But I really
No.
like this pie. Oh my God, yeah.
Raven, shut up. Wait.
Yeah.
Store-bought grasshopper pie was alcoholic?
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
No.
I was like, I'm
No, no,
sorry.
no.
I've been an alcoholic since I was 5.
No, no. Okay, so the ones that come from the store, no alcohol in them. No, I had homemade grasshopper pie the first couple times. And it's like this thick chocolate wafer base and this just really beautiful thick creamy mint, like I can't remember if it was a mint pudding or if it was like a mint whipped cream, but like there's chocolate pudding filling in there and I could taste the mint. Like you could taste the mint like 3 blocks away, truthfully. Or at least I thought it was the mint that I could taste. Oh no, it was the creme de menthe. Yeah. I slept really well after having that piece of pie.
I mean, okay, look. If for some reason I don't say this as like a do not do this. Like you know how people do stupid things. It's like don't do this at home, boys and girls. This is one of those don't do this at home period ever. Just we're from a different generation where things just
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah,
Teething plus alcohol just it helped.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, brandy
oh my
rings.
God. You freaked me out for a second. I was like, wait, are you telling me all these grasshopper pies I had as a youth at like birthdays and things possibly had alcohol?
but you know, that's the thing is our parents' generation didn't think too much of it. They were fine. We'd be fine too, right?
Right. Like, I remember having a beer as a bebe, and it was like, oh, she'll just learn not to touch it. And you know what? It worked.
Oh,
For the longest time, I was like, nah, that thing is disgusting. No. Give me my sparkling apple juice. I will look bougie this way. Okay, thank you. Like,
yeah. I thought it was just grown up soda. And
oh my gosh.
I kicked and screamed till my father went, okay, fine. Nope,
No.
I'm done. Your soda has gone bad. Same thing with my mom's wine. Like I kicked and screamed till I got some good because I thought it was juice. I just thought it was juice. You just
Right.
like, okay, here you go.
No.
Your juice has gone bad. You need to throw it away. She's like,
poor kid. I'm so sorry.
Right. Well, don't worry. My parents used, or especially my mother was like, hey, does this taste okay to you? Okay. Let's start with the chunks that I just swallowed.
Oh no.
What would make you think that milk would be okay? She's like, oh, my sense of smell isn't great. I'm like, can you see the chunks? Your eyes work just fine. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Q said my dad learned a lot from my grandmother when it comes to cooking. It's like, oh my god, for years my dad tried to get the recipe for the banana cream pudding from my grandmother, and she never revealed the secret ingredient and took it to her grave. That is so messed up. I'm so sorry, Q.
Oh no. I both like I have to laugh at that because I could see that absolutely happening. Knowing me, I'll have one or two secret recipes and then forget to give it to somebody before I pass. But yeah, no, like so many signature dish that like nobody else could make. And they would keep that secret to themselves and then just never get around to telling you what it was. It's like, no.
Exactly. Like my grandfather made this poppin' lemon meringue pie, and I'll never know what was in it.
Dang. It took me forever to wrestle that cranberry dish away from my freaking mother. Oh my God. I'm so glad I got that before everything went out in smoke. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. I got the recipe. I have it memorized. Thanks, shit.
Oh my God. Okay.
My God. Loved it, missed it.
This is why I called today a really casual throwback, because it really is. Like, Raven and I could talk about food any day of the week, period. Like, just, like, but I do have a format, and I did write it up just in case I get caught up, like, right now. But we've kind of already discussed a little bit, like, when did the dessert you made become popular?
When people lost their sense of taste. Or sense of texture. I mean, it's not horrible. Luckily, I picked like a raspberry flavor to pour in there, but it's wet cake. So I think this was in the 80s, 70s, 80s-ish. Because it was like when Jello came out, and Jello, not like when they first came out, but there was this huge popularity of Jello in the like 60s and 70s. And they literally put Jello in everything, or put everything in Jello. Like, there are some seriously nightmare fuel dishes out there that revolve around lime flavored Jello and asparagus. So, no. Just no. But yeah, no, it was a way to dress up your cake, because we had drizzle cakes and we had all this other stuff. So why don't we put some Jello in there? It's gonna be so much fun. It's wet cake. I don't care if you're able to get this to like solidify in the holes that you're pouring it into. You're still going to have wet cake because it's just going to absorb, like any moisture is going to absorb directly into the cake. Like, there.
I get a kick out of you. I do.
Yeah. Oh no, I get it.
I love it. Like, the realness. It's so fun. But
Well,
it's true.
I did cream, like the classic cream cheese frosting on this. So I'm like, frosting tastes really good. The cake tastes really good. This disconcerting Dimetap sweet raspberry flavor that seems to just mush its way over my tongue is mildly disconcerting.
Oh no.
It's not a horrible idea. It's wet cake.
It really is. And I was wondering, like, if there was a way, because, you know, like, what I made, I'm gonna call it what it is. And Wikipedia only calls it a Mississippi mud pie, so there. Okay, Wikipedia. But it was really popular, I think, in the 70s. And in a similar concept, when I poured the chocolate pudding into the layer, it said give it like 5-ish minutes to like solidify before you add on to it. So I'm wondering if you were making the poke cake, if there was like a way where you can wait for it to get a little thicker, but I don't know. I don't think you even want to try at this point. Like you wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I want to revisit that, but
Right.
no, I tried to. I actually put the Jello in the freezer for like 5-10 minutes to see if I could get it just to slow down, just to thicken up a little bit. And no, no. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just let it. I'll let it sit, in the fridge after I've poured. Like I didn't go full tilt because I'm like, I could see this getting real soggy real quick. So I'm just going a little bit. Okay, I'll let it set. Maybe it'll set in the fridge while I'm getting everything else put together. Oh no! The moisture went directly into the cake, and then the cake went. Yeah, this isn't going to be Jello anymore.
No. No.
Honestly, it tastes good. It's the freaking texture. The texture is just my brain can't resolve it at all. Just can't resolve it.
So much sadness. I'm okay with eating mushy things. Q said another dish of my favorites from my dad is Tater salad with real bacon bits.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
I remember this at the church potlucks. Not all the tater salads were good, but there were some good tater salads out there. Yeah, we're talking like nice big chunks of egg with like real pieces of bacon in there. Pepper, like you had good amounts of seasoning in. Oh my goodness, so good. So good. But enough salt to stop your heart.
I
Give you hypertension on the spot.
Oh no!
Oh, church potlucks. That's kind of
the only thing that I miss about church.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
I miss the potlucks because you had a bunch of people. They were all getting together. Like, 5 of the same type of dish would show up. You had your mac and cheese. You had your spaghetti and meatballs. You had ambrosia salad. The myriads of ambrosia salad. Lasagna. And then some sort of straight out of the bag salad.
Yeah.
You're going, you couldn't think of anything else to bring, could you?
Oh my gosh. Question, because I've only heard ambrosia salad brought up twice, and it was at my old job, and the reception for it was, "Ew, get that the fuck away from me," from somebody who came from the South. Now,
they're not wrong.
Okay, I was gonna say, what the fuck is ambrosia salad?
Okay, so for the layperson, the simplest form of ambrosia salad is Jello. Like, you take a handful of Jello and you smash it. And then you take a handful of whipped cream and you smash it in. So it's basically just whipped cream and Jello. But for some reason, especially if you seem to be evangelical, at least that was my church, they would throw walnuts into that shit. Or occasionally walnuts and raisins. Making it pretty much freaking inedible.
Okay, because I've heard like people put fruits and peaches and stuff, and I'm like, is it just whatever you can find, whatever you can forge in the pantry, and you just shove it in this thing? Like what?
Pretty much. I mean, that honestly, that was, it's, you need sweet things, as many sweet things as you can. Oh, quick,
Oh
you've got
god.
some canned fruit salad. Barely drain it, throw it in, you're good. Oh, we got some random nuts from last Christmas's fruit cake. Screw it, throw it in there. You got some. Oh, you got some raisins. Yeah, make sure only half of them have soaked in any sort of liquid, and then the other have to be like rock
Oh
hard and crusty.
no. Mm.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
cool.
and
Oh.
Dulce. Oh, hello, Black Dog Comics. Oh my god, Pan Dulce is so good.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah, it's so good. Oh my god.
that's when I got introduced to Mexican sweets, well, actually any sweets outside of regular American sweets, so happy. But oh my god, French pan dulces, or not French, Spanish pan dulces, the Mexican sweets. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh,
It
I
is
miss
so
them.
good.
Right, and it's
Mm-hmm.
I actually like taking conchas that are a couple days old,
Mm-hmm.
cutting them into like finger strips,
Oh,
and doing French toast or something. That way, you have your French toast dippers ready to go.
that just that just sounds amazing, guys. All right. Another question moving on would be, what are some treats and meals that were your childhood staple? And is it overdue to make a comeback?
Ah, oh man, see my childhood staples, like we didn't, like I said, we didn't eat a lot of TV dinners, but I remember seeing them all the time, and I loved macaroni and cheese with like hot dogs or sausage. Like that was definitely a go-to. My mom actually did a really good roasted chicken. Yeah, there was a couple like staple dishes, but I have adventurous taste, so sometimes I eat whatever. Other times I create whatever I can get my hands on. It's like a battle of Iron Chef. Here's my key ingredients for today. Go. Like I love doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, like when it comes down to it, like if it's a gray day and I just want to cuddle and like snuggle up and not do much, give me a grilled cheese sandwich and, like a tomato bisque soup, and I'm a happy camper. That's nostalgia for me. For me, like the mac and cheese with the sausages, or like baked chicken, like the baked chicken skin that's so perfectly done that you can crunch it. Yeah, yeah, love that stuff.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Sounds
or my
amazing.
dad's barbecued ribs. Oh my god, barbecue beef ribs that were just, they were so perfectly done and just slathered with a thick amount of barbecue sauce, and like you didn't care that you came out looking like you just got shot in World War II, just red sauce everywhere, and you're like, is that blood? Oh no, that's barbecue. Okay, we're good, we're
Oh
good.
no! Yes.
My father's like, how did you manage to get it everywhere but practically your mouth? I'm like, you gotta put a little less sauce on it. Say
Oh my gosh. It's so funny. Um, I can't, it's hard for me to think of like childhood staples because I feel like, in schools and stuff, it was all kind of the same thing for decades. Like,
right.
like
Oh,
the tiny little pizza that's like about a little, probably about the size of
yep,
my hand, which is not
yep,
much, by the way. It's
nope.
only this big. Um,
With the little bits of cut up pepperoni on it.
yeah, it's like they got it with scissors
I'm telling you.
that you can still get at
Oh,
Costco, or like
right.
the PB and J's. Yes, Q just said the PB and
Yes.
J's, like the Smucker
Yes.
press, like
The little sandwiches, but
yes,
they weren't like bread sandwiches. They were like these really flat, flexible crackers. But yeah,
yes.
straight up PB&J. Oh my
It's just
goodness.
right. It's so
Or
weird.
the
Like
McRibs. The McRibs and taters,
the
right?
McRibs. That is the only time I allow Alex to go nuts at McDonald's because I know it's a limited time only every year. So it's like, it doesn't matter where we are in our progress of trying to eat better. It's gonna have to go on a break because somebody needs his McRibs.
You're like, I gotta eat it one more time to remind myself what has changed since my childhood. Oh yeah, that's right. I can taste the styrofoam. Ah, that's the difference. Yeah, I'm still gonna eat it.
But I just remember like going to Shakey's a lot.
Yeah.
It was just like, I don't know. Everybody's birthday was either at Chuck E. Cheese or Shakey's. And it was like, it didn't matter which one to go. Like, look, if you actually care about what your pizza tastes like, you go to Shakey's. But if you're there for the kids,
what my pizza tasted like. I wanted my tokens. Like, I will slam down a soda, cram a piece of pizza in there, and then I am going to be playing every single ticket game I can find. So
exactly, literally,
I'm coming out of this bitch with something.
And it always came out to like that slappy hand thing.
Yes.
Sticky thing, and you just throw it at the wall and you just watch it fall. Right. And it's like, that was our entertainment. We are the cats with the boxes. That's what
we really are.
Children were. That's what children are. They are cats with boxes. But maybe now with technology since 2000 and everything, like, it might be different. But for us,
cats with boxes.
We were cats in boxes. Yeah, now they're just an electric box. Smart boxes.
Right?
I'm not dissing. I'm just saying. Let's see. Q said my favorite treat or sweets is butter pecan ice cream. And when it comes to lunch, your basic PBJ, and for dinner, and I said it before, my dad's fried chicken. Yes, you mentioned that before. And it, like, we had a whole conversation in the DMs about that fried chicken. It sounds amazing.
Right.
And yeah, school lunches, especially the pizza bomb. It's like, yes, because that's all you had. You had that, or you had like, what did they call it? A chalupa. And it was basically like a crispy tortilla with meat and cheese and tomatoes, and that was it.
Yeah. We just called them chalupas.
They were chalupas. It was like, what?
They really were. That's what they really, really were. I think when Taco Bell finally started like bringing those out, I'm like, what in the name of school lunch happened here that you've now made this a menu item? Like,
exactly.
What?
Exactly.
What's going on? Like, oh my god.
Oh my
god.
And it's funny because, like, I used to go and try to, like, look at their menu, and I was like, is the chalupa exactly the chalupa that we had, or did you just add beans on, or some, like, rice onto it, and you called it the chalupa? And at one point, it looked very different, because they made that chalupa taco.
Yeah.
And I was like...
And I'm like, you've maimed the memory of chalupa. No, you cannot do this.
Isn't that basically just an extra crunchy taco?
Yeah, well, sorta. I mean, like, you have to have that soft fried outside with that kind of like the layer of cheese. But when you shove a hard taco inside of it, I'm like, you're walking a very close line there. You're walking a very close line there.
It's getting there, bud. Let's take a step back.
Right. Don't try and call it a chalupa if it's not a chalupa. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because there's a lot of that can be another episode in its own. But moving on,
right?
I don't know how this is going to work, but I think this is going to happen one way or another. Now, let me just make sure, because I'm like, don't you dare touch. Okay, like you know what? Wait. Okay.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
Okay. Sorry. My brain's just broken today. Let's check this out. Let's try this. It's the game of this or that.
Okay.
Now, Raven, are you on Twitch and you can see the screen?
Yes, I am.
Oh, heavenly. Yes. Awesome. Okay. So, this or that. It looks like it's a Jello salad.
Say that again.
Like
salad
or a Jello cake salad or bubble jug.
Oh.
Black Dog Comics cheap ass chalupas have their charm. Yes.
Hells yes, they do. That is survival food right there. You're like, I need something in me to soak up whatever else is in me. let's get a chalupa.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember the bubble. Oh my god. I remember the bubble jug.
I've never seen this salad, this Jello salad. Maybe on
No.
Instagram, but I've never actually experienced it, so it could be like a lot before my time.
That cannot be Jello salad.
I don't. Is it?
Go back to it
Let me.
if you can.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's not Jello salad.
Okay, I'm gonna Google this.
It's
yes.
perfect layers. Like
It's
how
a
the fuck?
7-layer gelatin salad.
Okay, no. See, it's all perfect layers. That didn't ever happen. And B, there is no canned salad, fruit salad with heavy syrup that's barely been drained and still kind of makes it wet and sloppy, shoved inside of it. That is not Jello salad.
See, I'm thinking
Jello
it's
salad.
like they make Jello and then they pour it in, and then they let it solidify, and then they make the other Jello, and then they cut it into a circle, and then they plop it on top. Because if you pour hot on top of a Jello, it's gonna melt. So I'm like, how? What?
All you have to do is wait till your liquid mixture cools to roughly, like room temperature, and then you just pour it over, and then set it in. So yeah, it's a lot of waiting, a lot of pain in the ass, if you ask me. But yeah,
I guess people just had too much time on their hands at one point.
wait, Jello salad, come on, this is a lie. It's too pretty. I'm sorry. That's not my 80s Jello salad.
Okay. So in that regard, would you go for the bubble jug first?
Yeah, because there's some nostalgia to it, and I'm like, it's not exactly a food, but yeah, I know what it is, and I have some good memories. I loved blowing giant bubbles when I was like growing up, so
yes,
I go with the bubble jug.
Same.
What can I say?
Everybody checking us out. What would you go for? A bubble jug or a 7-layer gelatin salad? That is impossible to make.
So wrong. On so many levels, so wrong.
Like, it's beautiful if you can get it to that point.
Right.
But it's the journey that you may not like.
I was like, that's a big F.
Let's see. Q said, actually, back in the day, Chuck E. Cheese was called Showbiz Pizza Place in the 80s.
Oh my god.
Wait, did my generation destroy history or something? Because now we got a mouse or a rat.
There was still the mouse or rat, but like they changed the name to that kind of porntastic Chuck E. Cheese.
That's fair.
Charles Edward Cheese. Oh man.
Yay.
Oh.
Moving on. What the hell is this?
Right?
Okay, good. I have everything written down here. I'm like, what is this? Okay, a cheddar broccoli casserole or cheese log.
Oh god.
It depends on the cheese log, but
I will totally like brave the casserole over ever eating cheese log again. Holy crap. See, that looks nice. The cheese logs that I remember had almonds on them, and it was like the solidified form of nacho cheese.
Oh,
and it tasted so vile. And the I'm sorry, but the texture of moist almond slivers is just it's so wrong.
I feel like you just don't like it if it's this awkward, if it peaks, if it even gets anywhere near awkward moisture in food, you won't touch it.
I don't like awkward moisture. I really don't like awkward moisture. But no, like the fact that it wasn't even like eating Velveeta. It was literally like eating solidified nacho cheese. It was so horrifyingly bad. I'm like, yeah, I will take the casserole any day, because that, you had French onions or like crispy onions and shit over like cream of mushroom that had been mixed with cheddar and broccoli and potato and whatever else. I will take the casserole.
Yeah, Q also said casserole, definitely, with hand claps. Like, yes, that. I've never tried cheese logs. Sorry, everybody's coming at us. I have never tried a cheese log, so I would never know from experience.
They're awful.
But
They're so awful.
that just means, by default, I will go for a cheddar broccoli casserole. However, if I do see a cheese log with no cashews, I will consider it. Just so that
don't
I
worry,
said I tried
there's
it.
plenty with no cashews. They just put almonds or pecans or some sort of nuts to hold them together so that you're not scared off by the neon orange, dear sweet God, this is definitely not a food item, color that it tends to have.
Yeah. And you saw Black Dog Comics comment about
Mm-hmm.
the Velveeta brick. Oh my goodness.
Pretty much. You could do the exact same thing.
All right. Next. Danish Go Rounds or Dunkaroos.
Oh, that is difficult. I remember Dunkaroos. You know what? I'm going to go with Dunkaroos. I remember them. They were like animal crackers, and then they either had chocolate or vanilla frosting, and sometimes they had sprinkles, and they were the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I was a very basic bitch on many levels. I loved the Dunkaroos. I didn't get them often, but I loved the Dunkaroos. Like, yeah. I mean, the Danish cookies also a good thing, but you couldn't beat a Dunkaroo when you were like 8.
It's true.
Just saying.
It's interesting because it's one of these situations where I do remember Dunkaroos being a pivotal moment of everybody's childhood in the 90s and a little bit of the 80s, where you had to have something beyond belief delicious to even think about asking somebody with Dunkaroos for a trade.
Right.
Like, you have to have, like, fruit by the foot and gushers and insert another random candy here. And you need to give those 3 in exchange for the Dunkaroo.
Right? Dude, it was cutthroat.
It was cutthroat. Vicious, man. Like, we didn't have advocates for this amount of abuse when it came to being a child and food. It was so...
If you had a bag full of grapes, just go ahead and sit your ass back down on that bench. You're not getting the Dunkaroos.
Exactly. But the Danish Go Rounds, it's funny because I remember seeing them, but I didn't remember what they were called. And I remember eating them all the time, like when I went to go visit grandma or whatever. And it was like, okay, I can do this because there's sugar on it.
Right.
I can survive.
I mean, they really were kind of like old people cookies that they were trying to get kids to like, but
I mean, this packaging, I think, is from like the 70s, the 60s or 70s.
Right. Like, my goodness.
Does it even exist anymore? And the rumor of Dunkaroos coming back. Did they, though? Because I didn't see them.
Honestly, I don't think I would like them anymore because, I mean, as you grew up, you realized, oh, these are like tough, old cracker type biscuits. And the frosting is just sweet shortening. It
really is.
Just the most terrible stuff. But all the memories. I can still feel the memories. Oh, wow.
I almost feel like we should make these.
I mean, you could with like a good sugar cookie recipe. I think you could make an improvement.
Oh my gosh! Remember the very first Nom Talk Live, the D&D cookies? Like, imagine those.
Oh my god! Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
Oh my gosh, now I know what I'm going to do this weekend. Oh, okay, next, moving on. We've got High C Ecto Coolers.
Oh my god.
Or the Flintstones Push-Up Pops.
Flintstone Push-Up Pops. Oh my god, those were my favorite. Dude, those were like the most bomb sherbet push-up pops out on the market. Those were so good. So good. Oh, I loved those. I loved those so freaking much. Dude, you could have snuck medicine into those, okay? I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have cared. I loved those things.
Yeah. Oh. Like, could you imagine if they did that, but inside the ice cream were the gummies?
Oh yeah.
So like you know how there's like little bits and stuff. It's the little gummies, but the gummies, not the hard vitamins. The gummies.
Mm-hmm.
If you want something that tastes like the hard vitamins, it's one of the emergency packets. It's like the berry one. That one tastes just like the vitamins, and I'm certain that
Oh,
it's just crushed Flintstone vitamins in a packet.
right. Oh my god. Totally. Oh man. I always left the orange ones till the very last. I couldn't stand them.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, the ecto coolers was a cool idea, especially with
Absolutely.
marketing and all that stuff, but that was
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
No.
the green ketchup for Shrek. That's it. When is
Yes.
this ever relevant? Green eggs and ham. That's it.
Right. 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 Yeah, that whole look, we've got ketchup in blue and oh god, was it like purples and yellows? And I'm like, I have an idea for you. Try not to screw with our food because we're kids. We are very sensitive to what our food looks like. And if you start changing it, we get nervous and don't want to eat it.
Or you take the risk and start eating things that you shouldn't be just because they match the color. I wonder if
Right?
that's why they stopped. Like, I feel like they stopped at one point.
Yeah, it
Nah,
could be. Could be. I mean,
maybe. Yeah.
eh,
Q
eh.
and Black Dog Comics, they both say push ups.
Yep.
These are the push ups I'll do,
Mm-hmm.
not the human ones. If it's fruit juice gum, hold on. Uh oh. Too many buttons. Or hand the snacks, which is basically biscuit and cheese with the stick.
Oh man. Talk about a walk straight back to the
This is
Oh
that
my god, I
the
went
handy
back.
snacks are literally what the what those lunch kid meals
Yeah,
turn
yeah.
like
That yeah.
this is first evolution.
This is the precursor to the Lunchable.
I would say this is Pichu, but Pichu's still adorable and is not that much of an upgrade,
Right.
let's say,
Like
but
like you
this
had
is
to
a
have a fancy ice cream truck coming through your neighborhood in order to get that gum. But every kid could get these as a snack. You could buy them from the snack cart for like a quarter.
yes.
And when they have the like the little breadsticks, you're like, okay, yeah, the breadsticks are okay. The ones you wanted, those crackers, those freaking buttery, salty crackers smeared with that exceedingly like just neon vibrancy. That is not food. Oh my god, fake cheese goodness. Like,
Oh my gosh. That's really funny you say that because I actually like the fruit bubble gum, the fruit juice bubble gum.
oh no, I liked them, but
It's
I
just hard
could
to
not.
get.
It was really hard to get them. Like, they were a thing that you could have once in a while. But
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, those handy snacks, that was currency. That was hard currency on the playground.
Yes, that's true. Let's see.
Same.
What else do we have? We have the Hostess pudding pie
Oh,
or the Jello pudding pop.
oh.
And I know people would just like stray away from the pudding pop because of the negative connotation that's associated with it. But
See, now where I love the push up, I did not tend to like the pudding pops because they would just
mm,
drip all over your hand and I've always been really finicky. But like with a push-up pop, you could lick it and it stayed mostly contained.
yeah.
But with a pudding pop, like no, no, no. And like the pudding pies, those were pretty good. But yeah, like I think I'm gonna say the pudding pies. It's hard to call a winner on that one though, because just like they both had their merits, they both had their drawbacks.
Mm-hmm.
But I did love a good fruit pie, like back in the day.
Oh my gosh.
The original Hostess fruit pies, not
Yes.
not not this new iteration of Hostess fruit pies.
Yeah, Q said this one's a tie. He's like, I'm sorry, it's a tie. Like, I don't want to make this decision. And the only
Right?
reason why I'm also going to go with the pudding pie, Raven, is because they had the custard pudding pie.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll definitely give it to you on that one.
Because, like, if you imagine this custard being a pudding pop, it won't taste great because it's missing the balance between the sugary pudding and the savory crustiness. Even though it wasn't really savory, it was just more of a solid
It had just
connector.
a hint of salty or a hint of savory to it. So yeah, it was just that break you needed, so you weren't just like, oh yeah, this is straight sugar.
Yes. Next, Jello salad? Or, this is a horrible comparison. I'm sorry, Kudos Bars.
Do I even need to say it? Do I even
I know, I
need to?
love Jello salad so much.
Right. I love Jello. Okay, I had a flashback. Oh god. Oh it burns. It burns. Oh Lord. Oh, give me an entire box of Kudo bars. Oh man, fuck Jello salad. Just, oh, that gave me a nightmarish flashback to my grandmother's cranberry Jello salad with walnuts in it.
Oh my god, you were just talking about the Ambrose salad and how people would put nuts in the. Oh.
Yeah, no,
So,
no. Back then, in like this, in the 70s and 80s, everybody put frickin' walnuts in everything. I hated it.
yeah.
Oh,
No.
so much. So much. But Kudo bars, oh my god, I love Kudo bars. Like, oh, they were so good. They were so good. Like, they reigned supreme. Like, and they were a good. Like, I mean, they were kind of small. But they were like a good quick snack to have, and then you could go back out to like playing and whatnot, and drinking Gatorade, like nobody's freaking business. But yeah, just,
Oh, that's true.
Jello salad now. Oh god, I'm having just honestly straight up flashbacks right there. Woo!
See, now I feel like I've had a Jello salad, but I just was it so horrible that I don't remember it? Is this the situation?
Yes,
Like, you know how Retro Crew
yes,
Review, I always watch something I've never seen, or I may have and I just don't remember. I don't know. Q is also with Kudos Bars, and for the
right.
sake of me trusting my subconscious, I will also go with Kudos Bars. At one point, they were advertised as healthy
Oh,
trail mix bars, and I was like, that's bullshit. They're fucking
oh.
M&Ms in it.
Maury, that's a lie. Just
Lie detector tested. You're full of shit.
right. It was not healthy, not in the least, but it was better for me than the freaking Jello salad. Like literally, they put as much filling in there as possible with the least amount of Jello to hold it together. It was like chewing sweet cardboard. It was so bad.
That is so weird. All right, moving on. A pineapple upside down cake. I know, familiar, isn't
Ooh.
it? Or a Sara Lee all butter pound cake in the tin.
Ooh. I'm gonna be weird. I'm gonna go with the pineapple upside down cake.
Really?
Because you get that kind of caramelly syrup that drizzles down through it. You had that beautiful sweet tanginess of hot pineapple, and then that little bit of maraschino cherry, plus all that gorgeous cake, which was usually like kind of a thick cake, at least from the people at my church who made it. So yeah, I'm pineapple upside down cake. Although pound cake is a fine choice as well. I will
I
tell
was
you that right
thinking that,
now.
like,
Ooh.
I remember eating these pound cakes like nobody's business. It was like the super
Mhm.
cheap way of saying happy birthday. Here's a little bit of frosting on top. Have fun.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is
Hmm.
okay with this. That's okay. But I was like, okay,
So good.
I don't think I've had Pineapple Express or Pineapple Express
Woo, woo, woo!
pineapple upside down cake.
I would love some pineapple express cake.
I mean, but I feel like something about it, especially
Hmm.
editing Jen's latest video for fans cooking fiction, that was on
Hmm.
Tuesday. Go and check out our YouTube.
Yes, please.
It looks so good.
Oh yeah.
It just
Oh,
looks so good.
it is fantastic. It is amazing. It is so good.
Yeah,
Like
I
super
I feel like the maraschino cherries.
good. Hmm.
Those
Maraschino?
cherries.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like those were the no point for me. It was like, keep that
Really?
garbage out of there. Yeah, because I didn't like how they tasted when I was younger,
Mm.
and I don't care what my family thinks, because maybe I just had a mood where I just needed to eat cherries, and those were the only thing there. I don't know. Anyways, I don't like those cherries. So whenever I see them, I'm like, nah. Or every time I go to the bar and I order a cocktail, they're like, here, like they like me. I'm so pretty. Give her extra cherries. I throw them on a napkin, and I'm like, somebody else take them. I don't want them. It's garbage. But Q also said pound cake, and I'm like, that's very interesting because it was very easy to manage.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, and I mean, you'd have those moments where like, yeah, you're definitely in a pound cake mood, or yeah, you're definitely in a pineapple upside down cake mood. But I don't think there's ever competition between those two camps. We're just like, oh, you like your thing? Okay, that's cool. Oh, I like my thing. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, no, we can hang out. That's fine. Like other people, it's like, have to have chocolate cake. No, have to have vanilla cake, or yellow cake. And there was no in between.
Right.
Like pineapples upside down and pound cake. Everybody's like, we got cake. It's cool.
Right? It's like, what kind of cake? It doesn't matter.
Right? It's like it's pound cake. It's pound cake base. Like, what more do you need?
Right? It's thick. It's full of shit. It's gonna be delicious. Just eat it. You don't like the flavor? Throw some ice cream on it. I don't know what to tell you.
Right?
But it is currently 8:01 p.m. I don't know if you want to keep going because we have
Heck yes. Let's keep going.
We have 3 more pairs, 3 more rounds.
Let's do it.
Let's just do shark bites. Ooh ha ha. Or Spice Girl Chupa Chups. Yes, I picked that one out because you obviously know which one I'm gonna go for. Chupa Chup.
Oh my god. Like Chupa Chups were actually hard to get a hold of where I was. Like you had to be in like kind of an Asian heavy populated place in order to get them, it seemed. But yeah, like in like the super white places, or at least, where I grew up, no, you could not hardly get those. You had to hunt those down.
That's insane. Because maybe because I was in LA at this point, but I didn't know about them until I moved to Los Angeles. So I was like maybe 7 or 8. And it was only at like the ice cream truck kind of things where they had like all the candy and all the soda and all the stuff, and they would just park it in the corner. It's kind of like some shady deal that we're doing. Like this is a shady exchange. But I remember
you got the candy.
hard.
Yeah, you got the money.
Exactly. And I'm like, look, I do not hate on those people. I love those people because they were the reason why I did my homework.
Right.
It's like, no, you can't go to that candy truck until you finish your homework. Okay, great. Done.
Like done, gone. But yeah, no, it was all about the shark bites.
Shark bites. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when they tried to relabel them or kind of give them like a makeover or something, and it was super weird.
Yeah, it's like, no, don't. We're kids. You don't need to futz with anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just put it out there. Just put it out there.
Done and done.
Right.
Oh, Kurt Bros. What's up, Kurt? Womp womp womp. Kurt is in the house. And Q says, hey, Kurt Bros. Rock and roll. But yeah, what do you guys think? Shark bites? Or Spice Girl Chupa Chups? I only threw that one in just cause. But look, I loved shark bites as a kid. Right? Before I discovered Chupa Chups.
I just loved being able to name all of the different sharks that you were eating.
Yes.
And also all the little fun facts about them.
And remember the cartoon in the 90s, I think, with the shark, like the super buff shark dudes that would like fight crime?
Yes, street sharks. Oh,
yes.
My.
Yes. I remember, I think they try to like relabel these and redistribute them as like street shark
my god, you're right. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're absolutely right. They tried to relabel shark bites as street shark like fruit snacks. Oh my god.
Yeah, finding this picture was kind of hard. Just kind of.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
all the kids now, the only one that they'll refer to is the one from the 90s and the one from the 2000s. And anyways, but yeah,
Right.
this is second to last.
Okay.
Squeeze it juice,
Oh.
or, and I'm so sorry, this is not a good comparison, and this is what I'm good at doing, not finding good comparisons. Wagon wheel pasta salad.
Do I look like I'm 80?
Hey! I love them. They're so fun. Have you ever tried rolling one on a table?
When it's dry, sure.
Oh.
But I sure as heck ain't putting that on the table, rolling it, and then sticking it in my mouth. Wow. No, you will give me that entire 6-pack of Squeeze-Its, and I will leave you to your freaking salad.
Where are my prunes? Are my raisins in the salad?
Oh my god. Because, okay, the church potluck that I'd go to, if you got this, it was usually covered in Italian vinaigrette dressing, like that really thick kind, and bell peppers and olives, and I'm like, who's gonna eat that? Like, did you just literally have nothing left in your cupboard? Why would you bring this? Like, what? Squeeze it all the way.
Yeah.
Squeeze it all the way.
And I was kind of just joking. Like, look, if you're gonna put that wheelbarrow thing in a salad, like a macaroni salad, or like a potato salad, or I don't know, macaroni or something, like, make it fun.
Better be covered with cheese. That's all I gotta say.
Yes. Q also says squeeze it with a lot of this and a lot of this.
Squeeze-its were freaking amazing.
All right, last one. And I don't even know what I was doing with this. I just Googled things. So this is called apparently a Watergate salad.
Oh my god.
Or, oh no, the image does not read.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Or a Wonder Ball. Okay, look, I'm so determined to get this thing in here. Like, let me get this. Let me get
okay,
this bad boy in here.
So that is oh god, I'm having flashbacks here.
Oh no.
So the Waldorf salad was much like the ambrosia salad, but there was like pistachio pudding or something in there, and walnuts, and yeah, it was a whole fucking thing. And again, why they thought putting fucking walnuts on top of a goddamn whipped cream / marshmallow salad, because that's the other way you made it. It was Jello. You threw a handful of marshmallows in it, and then you just did this number. Just, god. Flashback city. No. A Wonder Ball. Why do I know that, and yet I am terrified if that is what I think it is?
I'm trying to put it in here right now. I'm like, let me get it for you.
Wonder Ball. Whoop, yeah.
All right, let's see. Did it work? Boom! Here's a Wonder Ball. It was a chocolate ball. A really thin
that's right. It was like a
with
Kinder egg.
Yes.
It was a Kinder egg before idiots handed choke hazards to small people.
Yes, basically.
I remember the Wonder Balls. I didn't have them often, but you know what? I will take a Wonder Ball any damn day of the week over motherfucking Waldorf with walnuts just sprinkled, just getting soggy and mushy and wrong. Just, yeah, no, we will be taking that Wonder Ball any day of the week. There's a Waldorf salad.
I only put these in
tired.
because I Googled it. And I was like, what is this thing from the 70s? A lot of stuff from the 70s were really weird.
Oh, yeah. Well, because in the 70s, we came up with a lot of progression in food technology and food saving technology. And we just figured, hey, we've got this new thing. Let's put it in everything. Oh, how about we not? So yeah, because we oh that was the evolution of Jello happened in about the 60s and 70s, and oh man,
Mm.
Jello and everything,
I get the
Jello.
excitement of like, huzzah, we have created this new thing, and now we're gonna put it in everything and make it the coolest thing, better to butter, and it's not.
Oh my god, I love this Jello. Did you put salmon in it?
Yeah, what was that? I almost made the spaghetti jello.
I couldn't have been your friend. I could not have been your friend after that. I'm sorry. I could not have been your friend if you had made that absolute hatred that oh there isn't a word strong enough without being wildly offensive. That's all I gotta say about the spaghetti-o Jello salad bullshittery. Just
Oh man, Q also agreed. Wonderball. Bum bum bum. Yes.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
let's just say treats from the 90s were a little better than the treats from the 70s.
Yeah,
By a
less
lot.
Jello everywhere. Way more sugar, but less Jello everywhere.
It's true.
We had a lot of sugar.
There was so much sugar. Like I'm getting jitters right now because I had I ate crackers, so there's some sustenance
Yep.
with my pudding, my mud pie. But
Oh goodness.
real quick, now that we're wrapping up, this is a photo of my Mississippi mud pie, aka what was it? Pudding cake? No, chocolate lasagna. I don't even understand how this is lasagna in any way. Like maybe with graham crackers or something, but
See, and I have a thought process as to when you said chocolate lasagna, I thought of the Viennetta cakes. Do you remember
oh,
Viennettas? They were like perfectly thin layers of ice cream with a super thin layer of chocolate.
yes.
Yeah, and it was like it looked fancy. It looked fancy as fuck for especially for you had to get dressed up for that practically. I remember Viennetta cake.
Yeah.
That was special.
Like
That
the
was
one,
special.
right? Like with the church thing again, like that happened when some kid got baptized. Like everybody's all dressed up, everybody's witnessing the
Hmm.
baptism, and everybody gets a good chunk of this deliciousness. And
Yeah.
I also thought that that kind of was what the chocolate lasagna was supposed to be. And then I
Yeah.
Googled it and I'm like, oh, it's just people not wanting to call it a Mississippi mud pie.
Right, like call it a dump cake. Do a freezer pie. Call it whatever you want. It's not chocolate lasagna. Does that if that looks like lasagna to you, you need to fire your lunch lady.
But also, it was supposed to go in a sheet pan, and I do not have a
Do
clean
not
sheet
care.
pan.
Do not care. That doesn't look anything like a lasagna would. Like, you know me, I'm blunt when it comes to it. No, don't care.
It's
It's
true.
not. It's not
It's okay.
lasagna.
It's okay. Again, like I feel like maybe if it was in that long sheet, my blurriness is blurred again. If it was in the long sheet and everything was like a thin layer, then I get it. But
Yeah,
I feel like there should still be some like crunchy middle bit. You know, the way a lasagna has the pasta in between different
yeah.
layers. Like that's what I thought. But
Yeah. And like if you were to do like pudding and then like a thin layer of like the shell chocolate
yeah.
and then like whipped cream and then a thin layer of the shell chocolate and then you refrigerate it.
Yes.
Then I could see like calling it a lasagna because then you have like those clear layers going down. Like I could totally see that. But as that was, I'm like, that's a Mississippi mud cake, That's yeah, it's not lasagna. It's not lasagna.
Right. It's like it's still kind of wrong, but it's still
I,
there.
I mean,
Like
it tastes good, but yeah, it's not a lasagna.
yeah.
Lasagna is about the striation. You got to have that striation.
See, now I'm like, Raven, I guess when we start getting together again, like when we're all in the clear, we should try making a chocolate lasagna the way that it should be made.
Yes, abso-freaking-lutely.
That would be great. Well, on that note, I think this concludes Nom Talk Live today. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. But until next time, I'm Stephanie, and this is Dame Red Bento on Raven. This is Raven from Dame Red Bento. Follow her on Twitch. Follow her on TikTok. Follow her on Instagram. Just drown
Follow me.
Raven in the admiration that I would say she deserves. Like she was born with this aura, this essence of adore me and brilliance, and that is Raven in my mind. Adore me,
Also-
I am brilliant. Look at all this magicalness that I've created.
Look what I did. You're like, why? I'm like, because I was bored and I had 5 minutes and some popsicle sticks. I don't know.
But it's fun.
Right?
It's
And I'll show you how to do it too.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. And yes, we will see you guys in 2 weeks. But this Sunday, we do have basic brunches at 1 p.m. California time on here on the Twitch.
Yay.
Yay. Okay, then. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.